Today, I will be covering the top 5 myths that you are bound to hear while you are learning tarot. Whether these myths come from some long-held superstition or it's just a common belief that is shared amongst other tarot card readers, I have found these 5 particular myths to be either completely false or just based around personal preference. By no means are these 5 things rules that you have to follow. Myth number 1. You must memorize the meaning of all 78 tarot cards. I feel that this is a commonly shared belief that tends to scare off people who are just starting out in tarot. Not everyone is going to have the ability to memorize every single meaning for that many cards. A far easier alternative that I have found helps me when I was learning the tarot cards was memorizing the major arcana particularly, as well as the 4 major suits and the court cards. It's more about symbolism and the voice of the card in general than it is trying to memorize a textbook definition. And if you prefer to learn that way after the reading is over, you can refer back to the textbook to see how accurate this message you got from the card was. Myth number 2. You should never do tarot readings for yourself. Right, this myth comes from the belief that the spirits of the cards don't want you to do readings on yourself and would rather you use the tool that a tarot deck gives you in order to help other people. And to be honest, I just find this myth stupid. How many people in your life do you have that you can do practice readings on? 5, maybe 6 tops? The reality of the situation is that you're the only person who's going to be immediately available for a tarot reading. And chances are most of us learn by practicing on ourselves anyway. Practicing tarot readings can actually be helpful to you as well. You can think about messages and practice techniques as much as you want and for as long as you want without feeling like you're holding anybody up. Just don't ask yourself the same question numerous times a day. I found it doesn't change anything. Myth number 3. Your first deck must be gifted to you. If every tarot reader followed this myth, most of us would still be waiting on our first tarot deck. It's okay if you believe that you'll have a closer bond to your tarot deck if it's gifted to you, but there's nothing wrong with going out and buying your own deck yourself. If anything, that'll just ensure that you're getting a deck that you love and you're not gonna hate the style of. Myth number 4. You shouldn't use reverses in your readings. A reversed or inverted card is a card that has been dealt upside down. The reasons for some people believing this myth vary, but the 2 most common reasons that I've heard about is 1, that the cards aren't meant to be looked at upside down. Some people will compare these cards to paintings and say, oh, they're meant to be looked at right side up like a painting, not upside down like this. The second reason that I've heard about is that there's already so much negativity already involved with a tarot deck between the swords, the devil, and the tower, and that there shouldn't be more negativity thrown on top of it by adding in reverses. I personally feel like that by not having reverses, you're only getting half of the actual picture. The flexibility of the deck is compromised, and you're only getting half of what you would actually get in a tarot reading by not including the reverses. And if cards like swords, the devil, and the tower are so bad, wouldn't you want those cards to mean the opposite by adding in reverses and increasing that sort of possibility? That's just my take on the situation. Other than that, I don't know what these people are thinking by not including reverses in their tarot readings. Just my opinion. And our final myth, myth number 5, only pagans and psychics can use tarot cards. I may be a pagan, but I'm not psychic. I firmly believe that anyone that has a desire to learn tarot can learn. Yes, tarot cards are of Wiccan descent, and yes, psychics do use them as a medium for conducting business. But Wiccan or Christian, psychic or not psychic, I believe anyone who has a desire to learn tarot can learn tarot. You don't have to be pagan and you don't have to be psychic to learn tarot. That's my own belief. That's kind of what this channel is for, actually. That's all for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. This is my first video on this channel, so if you liked it and you'd like to see more, please subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I'll be talking about how to find your first tarot deck. See you next time!